Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. And tonight we're hearing more of these troubling stories about what kids say they endured at the hands of El Pueblo staff.
And these stories have been just heartbreaking. We're hearing about these kids just a month after the state temporarily shut down that facility.
Denver 7's Molly Henderson continues to dig through case after case of these allegations.
Yeah, and since our story aired last night, we've gotten more emails from families inside the facility saying they too were abused at El Pueblo Boys and Girls Ranch. They say Department of Human Services dropped the ball again and again, but are hopeful that someone is finally listening.
These kids are leaving that facility far worse, far more angry, far more messed up, far more traumatized than when they went in.
El Pueblo Boys and Girls Ranch has been caring for kids with severe psychiatric and behavioral issues for more than 50 years. That is, until last month, when multiple allegations of abuse came to light and the state came in and temporarily shut it down.
I wanted to protect those kids. I didn't want this to ever happen to anybody ever again.
Lisa Mitchell says she blew the whistle on the ranch in southern Colorado in 2012, shortly after she noticed bruises on her son. But her pleas, she says, were ignored, even after Colorado Department of Human Services began investigating the facility in 2013 for putting kids in solitary confinement, a direct violation of state regulations.
Sometimes you hear like kids screaming when they restrain them. You can't do anything, you have to be in your room.
And now tonight,
all the kids were terrified of that place.
Another former El Pueblo child has come forward. In 2003, Andrew Herndon was just 13. He lived at the ranch for a year. Now, 14 years later, he says what happened there still wakes him up at night.
Cottage 14, one night that the staff were there, they just had enough of this kid, giving him lip, giving him mouth, not doing what he was told to do. And they had us go in there and beat the kid up, all 13 of us go in there. Well, it took us 12 of us beating up one kid. And they had us put soap in socks and do it while the staff sat there and watched.
He describes an environment ruled by fear and intimidation, one where he and other kids were frequently restrained until they passed out.
I'm sitting there thinking I'm about to die from this and no one gonna do anything about it because they're all scared themselves.
Like so many others, Herndon wants the place shut down for good, so not another child will have to share his pain.
It's extremely frustrating. It's very sad that our state is allowing it.
And perhaps most disturbing, Herndon says a staff member sexually abused him while he was at the ranch. He reported the abuse to his caseworker, but said he was called a liar, then moved out of the ranch. The staff member continued to work there. We will keep following this story and update as we learn more.
All right, Molly.